Hey everyone, it's Theriault-Your Maine Real Estate Guide, and today's the last day of rifle season here in Maine, and I'm out in the woods, so obviously I haven't been able to seal the deal. I'm hunting a patch of woods where I've actually seen a bunch of deer. I think seven. I've seen 7 deer here over the course of a few days. We had a little skip of snow yesterday afternoon, about an inch of fresh snow came down. So today I'm going to follow a set of tracks and see if I can put a bullet into a buck. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I picked up this set of tracks here a little while ago, and I've found its first bed. I'll show you where we're at here. So I'm working my way through an old cut. This property was cut, I'm going to say 20 years ago, and it's pretty thick. But there's skidder trails here and there that the deer follows for a ways. But we're in some black growth right now. And here's its bed, which is pretty clear. I spent some time there last night, and then it headed off in that direction. So let's go. So behind me you can see one of those old skidder trails, and in the snow, I've noticed all morning it's quite obvious that I'm not the only hunter out looking for a buck. There's coyote tracks all through the snow here, harassing the deer. So let me show you where this deer's headed. So that's his trail that I'm on right now, and he's kind of headed off. You can just make it out between the trees. But over here, this is pretty good sized coyote tracks that are meandering through the woods too, so they're out hunting as well. Well, now it's decision time. So been following a pretty well established deer trail, and then I just came to a place where there's a fresh scrape. Let me show you. So here's a trail, and there's been deer going in both directions. Here's a fresh scrape, and the buck headed off that way. So the decision I have to make is, do I sit and wait, or do I follow the buck? I think at least in the short term I'm going to sit for maybe half hour, 40 minutes and see what happens. So you should never second guess yourself. So this morning I was coming through this cut here this old cut. Let me show you my track. So I came through that direction here, and I got to this point here, and the track I was following headed that way, and there was a track that went this way. And I said, I bet that's the same deer, but I don't know. I'll go this way. Well, sure enough, I'm back at the intersection, heading off in the other direction. Oh, them deer. Well, decision time again. I just followed that buck track, and he led me to a bunch of deer. That's oftentimes what will happen when you're tracking a deer. It'll lead you to a bunch. And I can't really sort this mess out. But I did come to another new scrape. So here's a fresh scrape. And there are deer tracks all around, going in every direction of the compass here. So I'm not sure which way to go. So I may post up for a little bit. Well, here's my view for the afternoon. I tracked that buck to this point here, and this is where he got into a bunch of deer, and there are tracks going everywhere. So I got as good a chance as any, just sitting right here and see if they come back through. Well, it looks like for the 2025 season, deer season, we'll be feasting on track soup. I don't think I'm going to cut a hair here this year. I tracked a couple of deer for several hours. They brought me into this big patch of black growth. We're running out of daylight now. I'm working my way back towards the road. There's a big swale hole over to my right. There's deer tracks all through this black growth, so they're in here meandering around, but the wind is swirling. You never know, though. There may be an epilogue, but I don't think so. So until next time, this is Rick Theriault, Maine Real Estate Guide, on location in the middle of the deer woods here in Maine.